Welcome to Deep Thought. Remember joyful moments. You know what? I was working on an on-demand video last week. And I'm gonna tell you what, I get such a feeling of joy when I'm doing something creative, when I'm writing a book, when I'm creating a video, and especially when I'm creating something that's that I can get money for directly. Like when I do these YouTube videos, I'm not sure how much I'll get, but I do the on-demand videos, I'm charging a price. And, you know, I get that payment. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you what, it's just a feeling of joy. And I thought about that for other things. And one of the things I did, once I had finished creating that video and feeling good, I reached out to a dear lady friend. And because she's working on, she's a writer, she's working on something, but you know, life intrudes and sometimes you could get caught up into, I don't know, stagnation. It happens, you know, with writers, they'll call it writer's block. Anybody creative has probably gone through it. And I told her, I gave her free coaching. I gave her a call. It was early in the morning, gave her a call. And I said, look, I got some free coaching for you. And so she listened, she was receptive. And I said, okay, remember the joy you felt when you've written other books, other things, and even got an award for a book? Remember the joy? And she was like, yeah. Bring that joy, focus on that feeling that you had when you did that thing, how you felt when you wrote the book, when you finished the book, when it was published, when you got an award for it. I want you to think about it. Think about it. And it's like, get that feeling of joy and use it to help you with this book. Think about it. Just think about it. I'm gonna tell you what, how you are at any given time has to do with your mindset at that moment. Because people usually think about what's happened in the past, which they can have depression, or what could happen in the future, through which they can get anxiety. But then there's another thing though. There's another thing. All right? There's being in the moment, which is very important. I say, work as much as possible to be in the moment. It takes a very spiritually advanced person to be in the moment all the time. So, you know, we still going to drift to the past, but we go to the past, think about the good moments. Think about the good moments, and you're going to feel good. Think about the feeling. Here's a little trick. Think about, here's something, you can test this out and let me know what you think. Because one of the things I'll do sometimes, I'll think about a woman I've had sex with in the past. I can be just sitting on the couch and just sitting there. It's almost a form, and I notice if I'll think about like a particular time I had sex with a particular woman and the joy, the energy I felt, and I actually feel that energy right there. I actually feel it. I'm actually thinking about one now, and I'm actually feeling stuff from my loins to my throat area, and just overall, and shit, even down to my feet. And I'm just thinking about the moment, just briefly. I'm thinking about what I felt when this particular time I'm having sex with this particular woman. And, you know, that can get into the whole sex transmutation thing, but, and that could be a deeper conversation, but just think about it. Or you don't have to be sex. Think about it when you completed some project. How did you feel? You made a whole lot of money. How did you feel? You got a raise. How did you feel? You know, you won that sports game that you were playing. How did you feel? Your favorite team won the championship. How did you feel? You can, by going back, remembering those joyful moments, think about how you feel. You know, a couple of my joyful moments are the birth of both of my sons. And I remember exactly everything and how I felt when he first came into the world. I remember my oldest, when he came out, he was like, it didn't sound like he was saying why. It sounded like he was saying, why? He wasn't really even crying right away. He was like, why? Oh, damn. Seriously, he kind of looked around like, oh, damn, I'm back here? Shoot, damn. You know, kind of looked up at us and stuff. The other one, he came out fist first. He's like, hey, yo. Yeah, it was kind of painful for my co-parent when my second one came out. He brings such joy, though. He brings such joy. But he came out kind of like fist out, kind of waving at people. Hey, yo, what's up? Hey. But think about it. I'm feeling so good just thinking about that. Like, think about, seriously, a lot of people will focus on the bad stuff that's happened in their lives. And as I said, yeah, you want to try to stay in the moment, but there's nothing wrong with thinking about the good stuff. In fact, it's probably even better if you dwell on the good stuff, because then you want to get a repeat of whatever you did to get there. You want to get a repeat of it. It was like, oh, wait a minute, this was such a great feeling, you know? I ain't gonna give you all my thoughts thinking about that one particular woman, just one particular woman, thinking about a few seconds, just the feeling I felt. I'm like, whew. But it's powerful. It's powerful. See, I'm not thinking about like the rejection. That's not a joyful moment. Like women who have rejected me, you know, or times where I've gotten either laid off or just one job I got fired. That's another story. Oh man, I got fired for not wanting to go to parties and stuff. Needs to say the company went out of business in another few months. But anyway, look, here's the thing. When you start thinking about it, you be like, man. Seriously, I'm just thinking about that, thinking about joyful moments, thinking about when you got that job, you made all that money. You know, thinking about the joy. I'm now thinking about the joy I had when I was vending and I get that sale, that first sale, and the money's just flowing and I be dancing. Yeah, seriously, I'm like getting fired up just thinking about those joyful moments. You want to do that. You want to do that. Whenever you're feeling bad about something, and you're usually feeling bad about something that happened already, try to replace it with a joyful feeling. How'd you feel when you had, you know, that woman, or for the ladies, when, you know, you had that big old dude, you know, flipping you over and stuff, or you thinking about when you made the money, when you thinking about the birth of your children, the birth of your children. I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. And yeah, there were some sad moments, but think about that as well. You know, learn from those. But focus on the joyful ones. Those, you know, and I kind of said that wrong, talking about here, think about this. No, you want to learn from those, the bad ones, but focus on the joyful ones. You know, all your good memories, because see, here's the thing. It's like I was telling my lady friend. You want to, because thinking about those joyful moments, they go into your spirit, and your spirit will be like, oh, you want that again? Okay, boom. Boom. Because, and trust me, it makes you want to do something. It makes you want to do something, you know. Because now, like I said, I wasn't joking when I say that. I briefly thought about this woman, you know, a particular time we had sex, and it was just like, pow. Now I'm like, oh, shoot, I think I know, I'll be throwing out some Texas stuff after this. Shoot, y'all see it? I'm kind of twitchy and everything. I'm like, oh, shoot. But no, remember them. You know, don't focus on just the bad stuff that happened. Learn from the bad stuff, but focus as much as you can on the joyful stuff. Think about the feeling that you had. Think about what you did to even get to that feeling, and then repeat it. All right? Then repeat it. So anyway, that's all I have for today. This is cliche to say, but you know, I got to say it. See you next year. Peace and blessings, y'all.